am a math teacher here at Oak Ridge High School, and today I am going to talk to you a little bit more about this FlexTime period that you are currently in and what to expect this year and beyond. As you may or may not know, every year we participate as students in the California Healthy Kids Survey, and based on those results, the staff comes together and discusses that and comes up with a plan of action to address some of our biggest concerns. So based on the results from this survey over the last few years, too many Oak Ridge students are stressed all the time, and too few students feel connected to adults on campus. This is really alarming to us as the trend is only getting worse. The stress levels are growing exponentially. And really that connection piece is also very concerning to us, because as teachers we want nothing more than for our students to be successful and for you to feel connected to this campus. So in an effort to kind of find balance in this, we reached out to a program called Challenge Success. And Challenge Success gave us a bunch of different options and strategies to combat these troubling statistics. So their whole goal was to decrease stress and anxiety, decrease the overall depression and overload that our students feel, while also increasing student well-being, engagement and belonging, and ultimately sleep as well, because that is a huge factor for growing minds. So out of this Challenge Success, there was a group of us that met to discuss student schedule and use of time, and that was really our focus and why you have this FlexTime period today. So we looked at a bunch of different research. We did a bunch of different, looked at a bunch of different schools and how it has been implemented over the state and over the country, and really pulled together all the research and came up with what you now see as our FlexTime period. So notice it is positioned in between the first two blocks of the day. This ensures that everyone has a place to go during this time. You will not receive a grade for this class, right? This is not a separate class that you have to worry about grades for, but instead a time to help you get the help you need for your other classes. However, attendance will be taken every single FlexTime period and consequences given out accordingly. So on the days where you are in advisory, you must show up to advisory, otherwise you will be marked absent, and just like regular absences to your other periods will be dealt with appropriately. And then once we start getting into the FlexTime piece of that on our flex days, which I'll talk about in a moment, attendance will also be taken there. So, as I said, during this FlexTime period, that 30 minutes every Tuesday through Friday, we are going to either be an advisory day or a flex day. Now, advisory days are days just like today where you show up to your advisory class. You are always going to show up to the same classroom and have this same advisory teacher for the rest of your high school experience. And this does a couple of things for us. This allows us to have kind of a homeroom style approach, if you will. Everyone in your advisory group is of the same age level and grade level. Therefore, we can take care of things like nuts and bolts for the school, class dependent things, so elections, things like that. So that is what the advisory is for. Eventually, we'll start getting into things like career units, and also a piece to kind of deliver some social emotional learning pieces, which we will talk about later this week and next week. The other type of day that you might experience is what is known as a flex day. A flex day provides different offerings, and you actually get to decide where you go during those flex days. So, and in general, teachers will provide basic things to start. So your math class your math teacher might be offering a tutorial or a study hall. And this allows you as a student, if you are struggling in your math class or your science class, to sign up for your teacher's tutorial period. If you just need that time to get homework done, you may sign up for a study hall, in which case it's just 30 minutes for you to get work on your homework and get stuff done during the actual school day. So teachers will offer different things. You'll be able to log into a software and actually see every teacher's offerings and pick your week, right? Actually schedule out your week. You actually sign up for where you want to go, how you want to spend your time. You are expected to be there. It is help that you can get during the school day without having to lose your lunch, right? So provide time for you to get help during the school day without taking social time away. And then this really provides you a personalization of learning, right? You actually get to decide where you're going, what you're kind of helping yourself improve on, get help from the classes you need it from, and really take time during the school day to get your homework started or done as well. So the rollout. As you know, you are in your advisory all this week. You will come to the same classroom, you'll meet with your advisory teacher. We are going to go through all of the beginning year nuts and bolts. So things like the fire evacuation drill, the lockdown drill, the school rules video, the school policies, all that sort of thing will be taken care of over this next week and a half. And then as we sort of move to flex days, there's different softwares that we're going to be using. Obviously the one FlexTime manager, we will train you during advisory on how to use so that by the time flex days are there, you know how to use the software and know how to sign up for classes and what is expected of you when you do that. There's also other apps that we recommend for you to get connected to on campus. We'll be talking about 5-Star, which is going to be what they use to get into school dances this year, as opposed to the system that was in place in previous years. So more information will come on that on Friday, as well as the Stop It app, which I know a lot of you are familiar with as well. So a lot of opportunity within these advisory periods to kind of get logged in and get set up for success for the rest of the school year. So, just as I said before, this FlexTime period happens every Tuesday through Friday. The actual period will either be an advisory day or a flex day. You will know this ahead of time. You could have seen it on this schedule, which teachers have posted, and you will be notified when it is going to be an advisory or flex day. Typically the advisory days, right, you're in the same classroom that you're currently in. We'll cover nuts and bolts, class level presentations, and really start talking about that social emotional learning piece. If it is a flex day, typically you will sign up for either a tutorial or a study hall or other offerings that teachers are doing. Eventually, right, this might branch out to other types of things, right? This might be a time where you make up quizzes or tests. This might be a time where you get remediation on stuff that you're not understanding. Obviously that is part of the tutorial piece. There might be teachers that offer enrichment activities, maybe things that they don't normally cover in their class, but because we have this extra time, we can do some more creative things. So eventually this flex day is going to become a lot more encompassing of different things, but at the heart and soul, we want you as students to be able to get the help you need from the classes that you need it, and have time to get homework done. So that is what we are focusing on first. So really just wanted to talk about the academic expectations for you during this time. First and foremost, these 30 minutes every Tuesday through Friday are academic time. It does not matter if it's an advisory or a flex day. This is academic time for you to get stuff done or for us to present important information to you. Therefore, no cell phones should be used at any point during your advisory or flex day unless specifically asked for by the teacher. Anyone not using this time appropriately will be sent to the office for repercussions. This is very, very important that we follow the guidelines that our teacher is in place, especially when we start moving to flex time and we are using this time wisely. You must be in your designated advisory or flex on time and for the entirety of the 30 minutes. Flex time period eventually leads right into nutrition break, so you will have time to meet with friends and have that social piece as well as use the restroom during nutrition break. We ask that you are in that flex time on time and for the entire 30 minutes. Attendance will be taken every flex time period, whether you're in your advisory or in your flex day, and consequences will be enforced appropriately. Obviously, for the next 2 weeks, you are just coming to this advisory piece. Your advisory teachers will kind of help you sign up for the flex days those first couple of times so that you know exactly when they're coming. And then eventually, right, you'll be signing up for flex days 4 days a week. You will be getting emails and notifications as to confirm what you are signed up for. So as we start going to those flex days, you are going to want to check your email daily. That is how you will get information on which classes you signed up for as reminders. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you are excited about this flex time period. I know I am really excited at the potential that we have this year moving forward and implementing this so that it is a great use of time for you and the remainder of your high school experience.